Hi, I'm Martin McGrath from Financial Edge Group. We're retirement specialists that look after people to get themselves set up for retirement. I want to take you through a case study today of a recent client we've been working with. Now, I won't go through their full details, but it's a small business owner. They've been working very hard, put a lot of their effort and money back into the business, and also a property they've got in the business. They've got a bit in super, but want to make sure they maximize their situation. So this client's in their early 60s. They're still paying a bit of tax in their personal name. They want to work for a few more years, but know they could be doing things a bit smarter. So what I want to talk about for them, which is what we did, and more broadly, is what's called a transition to retirement strategy. In that, once we're aged over 60, we can start to get access to our super. And it might sound counterintuitive that we're taking money out of super, which is what a transition retirement strategy is, but that in turn allows us some more cash flow to put money back into super. And the benefit of that process is there's potentially some substantial tax to be saved. So these guys weren't contributing up to the max amount of super. So in their case, we could put about 20 to 25,000 extra each, as a husband or wife, into super. So about $50,000 a year back into super. The problem was we didn't have that $50,000 lying around there to do. So they were missing out on that deduction. And we calculated that was about $12,000 to $15,000 a year of personal tax that they were paying that they didn't need to if we could implement this strategy. So where do we get that $50,000 from? We actually could take it out of super. So over the age of 60, as long as you've met the conditions, so it'd be advice particular to your situation perhaps, but you can actually generally take out 10% of your super balance out of super, and then that have the ability to potentially put that back in. Because when it comes out of super, there's no tax. When you put it back in, as long as you're working and doing it in an effective manner, you can actually claim the tax back on that. So in their situation, that equates to about $12,000 to $15,000 a year, each year, for every year they want to keep working, that we're going to save them in tax. Plus, there's a whole bunch of other stuff we help them get sorted, make sure the investments are ticking along the right way, make sure all the kind of compliance stuff is in order and wills and all that kind of stuff as well. But some pretty big tax savings there. And in their case, there's also an age pension strategy that we can overlay, which we calculate will get them about an extra $45,000 in age pension for about 3 or 4 years when they're ready for that to happen. So transition to retirement is the main focus for this case study. Hopefully that helps. So who does that apply to? Anyone in their early 60s, they're still paying too much in tax and wants to save it, which is most people, and want to have the ability to work a bit smarter. If that's you or someone you know, feel free to reach out. Let's have a chat at financialedgegroup.com.au.